This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check green.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. Alert flare.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stick. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Ready. 8-3.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, it's Stick. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
54 Mike. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. The tackle made by Levi Wallace. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Come on, baby.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right up. On the chalk of the 20. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Let's go, let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself. but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On second down, Samuels. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here we go. 180. 54 Mike. Push him back. 50. Push him back.
They'll run here with Connor. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal.
Watch twist. Hey, check 20 Snickers.
They'll look to run with Connor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
1st and 10, Stick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21.
Come on, set. 60 out, long. Pilot, 64, weak, small.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left. And no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Roethlisberger now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Check. Easy.
Ben to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Jack 16. Jack 16. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set, black 20. Check, 55, Mike. 77, 77. 55. Mike, 55.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. It's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Black 80. Check, 55 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Alert, alert. 55, Mike.
Now Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey. 54. Mike 54.
Here's Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44. Watch the screen. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check. Watch.
Here's Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down as they are able to cut into that lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And the lead cut down to 9.
Next to score, Cowboys 19, Steelers 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll stay on the ground with counter again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I'm coming up to you. Shift. Snickers, now spin. Easy. 54's Mike.
Now it's Roethlisberger. This one complete right side to McDonald. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, Connor. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Connor. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go. Like 80. Watch the curve. Take four. Tight dog.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Check 50. One day. Quarter.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we got to get this stop. Whoa! One set. Check Mike 54.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
It's just 44. It's just me and you.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. From the 31, Stick. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, high 7.
Stick from the gun. Cooper's got it. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Hey. Bravo.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
On the ready.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch out.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Stick looks to throw, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No one ever told my offense right here. The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Roethlisberger now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger on the crossing route. Complete. It's McDonald. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down.
Alert.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And 12 at the 32-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 2nd down. Here's an option right. He pitches it out. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
1st and 10, Stick under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Stick. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Hey, team 6. Watch 98 tonight.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 36. Intended that time for Cooper. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
50.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 3 yards out, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
Check 26, check 26.
They go to Elliott again. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Elliott. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 3rd down, it's Stick. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Dashing through the snow. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 69 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 5. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Escaping the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively, that's Devin Bush making the play. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's got some space here. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely in the 4th quarter.